over there on the sidewalk, please.
As soon as you run the tape, I'll move.
All right, grab me some
Start
tape.
running it, I'll move.
Okay.
Exactly. That's the way you're supposed to handle it. Instead of trying to tell free citizens where they can stand and where they can't in a public street. And where's the traffic coming from?
The roadway where you're standing.
Where's the traffic? That's blocked. That's blocked. That's blocked.
We're trying to do our job. We're asking you to move back.
You're trying to do a good job, right?
Sure.
See that? That's Shoot Vicious video. And that's body cam from the Orlando Police Department. And because he owned them so bad, they retaliated by doing this.
Well, then move all them too.
Yes, okay? I'm gonna move everyone.
Go,
awesome.
Get started.
Sir?
Don't start with me. These guys are camera. Look at that. These guys have been sitting here with phones the whole time. So you move them and I'll move.
Sir? You're the
tape it off. Tape it off.
You want to go that route?
You go that route. That's your job. Yourselves. Go yourselves.
Come here. What's your name?
You want to write a citation? Write a citation.
What's your name?
On May 11th, Shoot Vicious video was filming Orlando Police Department as they responded to a SWAT call. They tried to push him back off public property and he didn't bend even an inch. The only thing that did got happen is they got completely owned and destroyed, looking like fools and ultimately having to put up crime scene tape. But the Orlando PD wasn't going to let Shoot Vicious video get away with making them look as stupid as they are. So they put out the word. And while recording another crime scene, on July 1st, Officer Mendoza was able to carry out his partner's revenge by illegally arresting him. The interesting part, Officer Mendoza solicited a trespass, but instead of guiding the cameraman to the sidewalk, he forced him off the property to the completely opposite end, where there was no sidewalk, all the way to the street. He pushed him into the street, and as soon as Shoot Vicious's video's feet touched the roadway, they arrested him for jaywalking. He was charged with resisting arrest without violence, and then charged with a $62 citation for not crossing a road at a 90-degree right angle. This video is nuts. And this video starts with almost counted 20 bystanders, but the only person police asked to move is the only man with a camera.
Well, then move all them too.
Yes, I'm gonna move everyone.
Go,
awesome.
Get started.
Sir?
Don't start with me. These guys are camera. Look at that. These guys have been sitting here with phones the whole time. So you move them and I'll move.
Sir? You're the
tape it off. Tape it off.
You want to go that route?
You go that route. That's your job.
Go grab the tape. It's in the back.
Giving people can't tell free citizens where they can and can't stand. Douchebag. Well, put it up and I'll move. Put it up and I'll move. Put the tape up and I'll move.
Now, it is completely legal for police to close off a portion of the area that they're investigating if it is germane to their case and investigation. And they can close off whatever area they want, no matter how small or large the area might be. However, they need to put up crime scene tape. And they need to mark it off in a way that a reasonable person would understand that it is unauthorized access due to the presence of a current law enforcement investigation. But then again, we would need someone who's slightly educated with more than 2 brain cells to be able to understand the law that they're sworn to enforce.
Right now.
Put the tape up and I'll move. Put the tape up and I'll move.
Sir?
Put the tape up and I'll move.
You understand me?
Telling people where they can and can't stand in a free country.
Charlie 40 Alpha for 34-2.
What's your name and ID number? Name and ID number. Name and ID number.
Now in Florida, it's state law that law enforcement officers must provide their name and their police ID numbers to citizens during an encounter. But this cop is going to escalate this issue all the way up to entrapment and an unlawful arrest. I think none of us are surprised that he's not willing to identify himself. Then again, why would a criminal committing a crime want to tell the person he's committing a crime against how to get a hold of him?
Name and ID number. Name and are you refusing to identify?
I'm not talking.
Are you refusing? Oh, you wanted to talk to me a lot a second ago.
Can I?
Now here's where the entrapment begins. Throughout this property sprawling, there's about 20 other people present, but only one person with a camera. And this officer is about to give away his evil motives with his next radio call, when he tells dispatch that there's a First Amendment person present.
Yeah, we have the First Amendment person. Other side over here, sir.
Nope, that's where the tape ends. Tape it all off.
Now, I absolutely love this guy, and I've done the same thing that he's doing. I'm going everywhere that there's not tape. It's not my job to do the cop's job, and I don't get paid to do the cop's job. The cops barely do the job that they get paid for, and they're not getting help from me. This cop wanted to play a stupid game, and now he's won a stupid prize. And this is all going to factor into the illegal arrest that he's eventually going to make.
It also has window visors on it. It has a vent cover. And have chrome stock wheels with a 3-ball tail hook. The tail hook.
Clowns.
Sir. Tape's moving over there. Need you to move over
Then
there.
move it. Then tape it off.
Sir, once
You can't
again,
tell me where to
that's the
stand.
next thing.
I'm a free American. You can't tell me where I can and can't stand. You have to delineate a crime scene. Do you know what delineate means?
Sir.
Can you repeat that from her? Sorry, just confirming you do not have a sector.
Now, the moment this cop called into the radio, he started working with his partners on scene. And this cop isn't just standing with a Shoot Vicious video to make sure he doesn't go into a crime scene. He's trying to keep him away from the action. And that action is very simple. Another deputy has gone into the property to solicit a trespass from one of the employees at the property. And with Shoot Vicious video being corralled by Mendoza on a separate part of the property, he wasn't able to know what was going down. And when the cameraman asks why everyone else is allowed to be there, the employee lies and says that they all work for the 7-Eleven. The people at their cars, the people pumping gas, the people picking their nose, and probably the people fornicating behind the dumpster. They all work for 7-Eleven.
Hey, no loading. No loading on my property.
Oh, those guys are okay?
They work here.
Those guys are okay?
They work here.
Sure they do.
They do. I got the W-2.
There you go, sir. He's asking you to leave the premises.
It's a big scene, Mendoza. I'll find another spot.
That's
So
fine.
chase me around. I won't have little clown pig.
You take care, sir. Have a nice night.
Clown pig.
Keep in mind, these are all 7-Eleven employees in flip-flops, eating snacks and smoking a blunt. But we all know they don't work for 7-Eleven, and neither do the guys that are pumping their gas.
57, rescue 57, respond on fire 5, 02.
And hey, he wants you to deep throat his old boot. Don't just lick it. Deep throat the whole thing. You might DP it. You might get DP it with one of your clown $4 an hour buddies.
Hey, fuck you, ass 32. You bitch ass.
Now the police officer is going to walk him into a very specific direction, not towards the sidewalk, but towards the street.
And I'm leaving! I'm leaving. See, this is how it works. This is how it works. I'm asked to leave and I leave. If I don't leave, that's what I'm trespassing.
You're leaving right now.
F yourself.
Do you understand that?
So is this all you have to do?
Sir,
is follow me around?
Is this all arrested?
Go for it. Go for it. And I'll win the lawsuit. I will win the federal civil rights lawsuit.
You will be arrested.
I will win the federal rights lawsuit. I will win the federal rights lawsuit. I will win the lawsuit. What the fuck do you think I'm doing,
sir?
Now, Shoot Vicious video may not have known what was happening, but I could see it the moment I started watching this video and it was sent to me. And the cop knew what he was doing the moment he walked him in that direction. He knew that as long as Shoot Vicious video was leaving the property, there was nothing he could do to arrest him. So the next thing that crossed his mind was, well, how can I get him once he's off the property? If the officer forced him towards a sidewalk, there's nothing he could do. He could film from the sidewalk. But if he walked him and forced him off the property to the only part of the property that had a road with no sidewalk, then he could get him for jaywalking and arrest him for resisting the moment his foot touched the street that he was forced into.
What the f do you think I'm doing? What the f do you think I'm doing? What the f do you think I'm doing, pig?
Sir?
You clown in your costume? Go f yourself. Go f yourself. Go f yourself. Go f yourself. Go f yourself.
Now look to the right side of your screen. You're going to notice another officer blocking off any exit to the other side of the property towards the adjacent sidewalk. They wanted to make sure this guy was funneled to the exact location they wanted him so they could do their illegal arrest.
Go f yourself. Go f you surround me, you clown.
Keep walking.
Go f yourself.
Keep walking.
Go f yourself, you pig piece of crap. Go f yourself.
Now here's the moment I've been telling you about. All of the property that surrounds this cameraman is private property. Private property he's been trespassed from. He's been physically pushed out towards the street, and the only other direction he could go was blocked off by the deputy whose sole job was to keep him from going in any other direction besides the direction his partner was pushing him to. So the only place left to go that's not private property to avoid being arrested for trespassing is on the street. And the moment his foot touches the ground, he's going to be put in cuffs. Now, Florida law states that you must pass and to attempt to cross a street at a 90-degree rightward angle if you're not within vicinity of a crosswalk. And the cameraman actually does that. Watch when he takes his first step. It will be to the right, and he will continue to walk right, still leaving the cops with no room to arrest, foiling their entrapment plans. But this cop was too bought in. He was arresting anyways.
Go f yourselves too.
Are you jaywalking now?
Go f yourself.
Sir? Come over here.
Go f yourself.
Come over here.
Go f yourselves. Go f yourselves.
Come here. What's your name?
You want to write a citation? Write a citation.
What's your name?
You want to write a citation? Write a citation. I haven't broken the law. You want to write a citation?
Yeah.
Write a citation.
What's your name?
For what?
At this point, his camera's been turned off when it was ripped from his hands from law enforcement. He was arrested for resisting arrest without violence and issued a $62 citation for not crossing the road at a 90-degree angle, even though he did, and there was no cars on the road. Now, police have become the largest gang in America, and what happened here is very simple. He made one gang member look bad, so that gang member put out word to all the other gang members and said, hey, he made me look bad, so if you see him, make sure you get him right into jail. Make sure you check out Shoot Vicious video. His channel link and original video will be in the description of this video. Let him know Accountability for All sent you, and make sure you set the notification bell to always, so you can follow all the updates of this case. Spoiler alert, he wound up meeting Deputy Mendoza again, and completely owned him the entire time he filmed. And in other related news, the first unprofessional cop that he met that started this whole thing, a complaint was filed against him. And this is what Internal Affairs had to say about that.
This is Sergeant Hernandez, Dutch County Sheriff's Office. I was assigned as the investigator for the complaint you lodged against Corporal Schroeder You didn't include your name, but your phone number, so I'm just assuming that I'm talking to the right person. I reviewed all the body camera video, and in this case, he will be exonerated. Corporal Schroeder's actions were within agency policy.
So they investigated one of their own cops and found that there was no wrongdoing. Well, I've always loved a good old-fashioned script flip. So I've investigated one of our auditors and found that there was no wrongdoing as well. Weird though, he still has criminal charges and the cop is off scot-free. And that's the reason I stopped you today.